Oh, did you start?
Okay, it's up.
That was horrible.
That was like an alien bird.
Sounded like you were trying. No, I'm not even going to say what I was thinking.
I don't even know what that's gonna sound like on the mic because it's right up close.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no idea. That's gonna be interesting. Oh my.
I told you we didn't want to live.
Little bit.
There we go.
Alright.
We'll have to cut.
Yeah, we'll just like trim the beginning.
From the beginning.
First try.
We'll do it live.
First try.
What is that? 25% of the time it works every time.
Yeah.
78%.
It's like 60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Black Panther.
Oh god. Okay, so recap them.
Oh god.
I don't want to hear this recap.
I don't even remember what was going on.
We were in the corner just sitting and eating nuts.
Starts out fun. 9/5/24. Boys' night in. Or the lion, the bull. No, sorry, the lion, the bull, and the inter-party conflict. The party was finally really rad. Just being the bros.
This guy's being dudes.
We popped a bottle of wine, played the pipes, and remembered our friends. Elkhorn got White Witch wasted and collapsed in his cot. Zab took first watch, kept drinking, and also passed out, leaving us unwatched for a bit of time before a goblin housekeeper woke him from his slumber. We share another dream, this time of tiny baby Eric arms reaching up to a pointed-eared woman, holding me and wearing the necklace that I have been carrying. Zav lied about getting drunky pants, and then lay down for bed, having a dream about his brother, and they share a pleasant exchange in a familiar forge. Zav said he felt as if he was fighting someone else's war and expressing missing his home. Red had a dream of sitting in a bar. His friend, Saggymore, spoke of the Duke of Terran needing forces to go to Ironheim. Saggymore said he would be joining that campaign. He also asked that Red stay close to the Duke of Terran and keep an eye out for the Paladin and the King Corps, expressing distrust. I get it. They're jerks. Red mentioned not knowing where Elisande is, before Saggymore left, then feeling arms wrapping around him. Red and I bonded over our past lives being involved in the Paladin and King Corps, or the Paladin Corps and the King's Guard, harkening back to my exchange with Veers the first night we spent in Prismere. I asked Red where his allegiances lie, and he confirmed it was with the Fates. Elkhorn woke up wet.
I'm the only one doing it anymore. If
Sorry.
Amy was here.
Slow.
I should put the ... dots in here like I used to.
Yeah, you were on it there. So.
Elkhorn
Corn.
woke up wet,
Wow.
with Red standing over him,
Why are
Yeah.
you wet?
holding a bucket.
Oh.
I am finally given permission to ring the bell of Heart's Desire. I ran up the stairs, attempted a backflip, but misjudged the distance. However, I was able to catch myself in the stairs leading out of the theater, and no one saw a thing. We all grabbed the bell together and learned it was just the bell. It rang and beckoned a flock of birds that seemed to ferry anyone who rang the bell to the palace. Giant fucking birds. I attempted a backflip onto one, which caused me to fall off the cliff before being caught by the crane, which again, no one saw. And during our ride, saw the terrifying Jabberwock fly overhead. Zav and I looked at the necklace with a new perspective and landed at the castle. Zav heard a song and saw a riddle reading, "The lion or the bull must wear the crown." But which one
Just, all the burps that I was trying to get her down phone.
should weigh it down? And I began to mansplain it, leaning against the gate, which opened to us. We snuck through the front gate, and I led the party valiantly to a statue. It's a statue. There was nothing to harm us. We saw a gathering of bakers inside of a tent, along with...
And there's extra cheesy.
Yeah.
Cheesy.
Okay.
Did you break it?
I think we're back on now.
Persistence.
Oh my gosh.
This
Let-
game's
let
like,
us-
no
Let us
conflict.
not do
Yeah,
this
rubbing
again,
around my
please.
legs
This
and,
was
like,
such a
Whenever I'm not paying
pain
attention, he'll
last
jump up on the side of the chair and poke me.
Yep.
And I'm like,
So-
okay, I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Otherwise,
You
he
think-
just rubs against my legs.
we'll keep an eye and try. So the upside I did find with the last stream was that
They still have audio.
when there was a problem with streaming, all the audio was still completely clear. It was just the video that was like, it would pause on a still and then like 2 minutes later move to another still kind of thing.
So what you're saying is we all have to make funny
But-
poses.
Yes,
for the
exactly.
threesome.
You have to hold it for a very long time.
I'll just start
to
talking.
catches.
Got started for a second.
But we should have gotten all of the audio from that.
Cool.
It should just be a matter of the video. It would have been a little jittery.
Cue.
So,
We have to hear it again.
after multiple of the fates ended up blipped from time, we found ourselves with an unexpected boys' night of the remaining group. Making your camp in the open-air stage of Motherhorn, bottles of wine were shared around, and Elkhorn was soon passed out in his cot. Zav took the first watch, and in the course of cleaning up the remnants of the night, found a bottle of wine still half full. Not looking to be wasteful, Zav finished off the final bottle and soon nodded off. Some hour and change later, Zav was awoken by one of the goblins, Endwin kept to organize and clean the castle, asking to take the now empty bottle off his hands. Meanwhile, Eric was lost in a dream from his early childhood, discovering more secrets of his necklace through the memory and moving further ahead with his research. Eric's watch fared slightly better, but was still decently distracted after his dreams. Meanwhile, Zav had another conversation with his brother, and then Red had a dream/memory of conversations with his mentor from when he was part of the Paladin Corps, Sagramore, hinting at a lost memory of someone named Elisande in Littleton. The evening's shared dreams weighing heavily, Red's watch also was excessively distracted. The remaining fates packed up the next morning and returned to the study with the hidden belfry. Ringing the bell, you called a flock of giant cranes who transported you over the course of the next 8 hours to the Palace of Heart's Desire. Shortly after arrival, you heard and saw the monstrous Jabberwock returning from the forests of Thither. Apparently having completed its hunting trek there, it circled around the castle and settled somewhere on the far side. As you started to explore the gardens of the palace, you found the vast majority of the creatures here frozen in place. Pixies and forest gnomes who are caretaking and gardening in the areas are locked in place. However, you did find a pavilion with some voices and music, with a sign outside requesting that new arrivals to the palace speak with Dahlia Tempest to request an audience with Zybilna. Upon entering the pavilion, your compatriots Anna and Yofina returned. You found a small group in the pavilion that was being entertained by a group of minstrel badgers while arguing if cream or jam should be placed upon a scone first. You noticed a package on the table with a card attached addressed to the Fates, and 3 time-frozen individuals near the other corner. You awoke Dahlia using the unicorn horn, called from Veers, finding it more difficult of a strain to call forth as it was the second time you had attempted to use it, already having attempted to revive another individual in the garden. Dahlia, awakened to a sudden shift of everything around her, is suspicious of the group and what has happened. During attempts by the Fates to convince her of their desire to free Zybilna from this curse, words were exchanged between Za'Reddick and Anna.
Just words?
And words came to blows.
There we go.
Zavator calls out Za'Reddick in anger for his attack on Anna, calling him a disgrace to his oath,
We're going to hear that from the third
as Anna lashes back with some of her strongest magic. Eric attempts to intervene, shocked at the heavy-handed response from Anna. He tries to convince her to stand down, reminding her of Veer's words that she should trust the group. After the first exchange, thunderous voices rose from the towers at either side of the garden. Who dares to enact violence upon the palace grounds of the wondrous archfey Zybilna, Queen of Prismeer? And stepping from the towers, a giant ethereal lion and ox stride forth and then magically teleport from their towers and are suddenly charging down our 2 heroes who have recently come to blows.
Fun.
The lion upon Za'Reddick, the bull upon Actually, sorry, other way around. The lion upon Anna, the bull upon Za'Reddick.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Uh-oh. At this point, she knew.
Yeah.
She fucked
She
up.
fucked up.
Anna and Za'Reddick.
Yes.
You hear and see the ethereal beasts, first at a distance, and then they seem to instantly slip the space between you and are bearing down in a charge upon you.
Oh, fuck.
The great beasts pounce upon you, and in an instant you both realize this could have been an outright attack, but they are both attempting to pin you down.
Question.
Mhm.
Even though they did an instant teleport, do we still get some kind of like ability to like stop them from pinning us?
So, please make a strength saving throw unless you will allow yourself to be pinned.
Strength. Oh, fuck me.
Strength saving throw.
I deserve this.
You get +3 technically still from me on your saves.
That's not gonna help. 8.
16. No wait. Yeah, 16. Oh wait, no, I get +6 on. Yeah, 16. Sorry.
16. Just a moment.
Aslan is very upset.
Yeah. So, in this case,
Don't hurt me, Mufasa.
yeah, Anna, you are
Prone.
prone and pinned.
Got Simba.
You got Simba.
I got scarred.
So, Reddick, you are able to fend off the pin,
Mm-hmm.
but realizing that you are not yielding to this,
Mm-hmm.
actually, both of them realizing, because you both tried to resist, they're going to use their secondary attacks on you.
Okay.
So, do that first.
Oh, great.
There's an 18.
Oh, God.
It misses, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And 22 on Za'Reddick.
Beats it.
So,
Damn.
it misses you basically with the. It was trying to pin you. It would have been what you would think of as a gore attack, but as you sort of shift and are able to like glance off and move past it, it turns and kicks you with the hose.
Okay.
So that is 10. Doing 13.
Is it a bludgeoning?
It is. Yes, it's a bludgeoning.
Then I take 10.
Cool. And with that, we will roll initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Oh god. That one doesn't count because it rolled.
Oh my god. 14.
Oh, I get to. Thank God I get
Inspiration?
No, not inspiration. The advantage. I get advantage on initiative rolls, which that doesn't do me much better. But 9.
So 9 for Za'Reddick.
It's better than the 4 I rolled beforehand.
Dahlia, you would also roll initiative. Just to, you don't necessarily have to attack in this, but it is basically as your turn comes around, you get to, decisions of what to do. So you would take a d20,
D20 and roll it.
which is the sort of most sides one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. D20.
Just one.
Oh, okay.
So you roll that.
13.
Oh,
Do you have any plus?
Add-
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you should have.
She has a +1 to her initiative, so it's 14.
14.
To 14.
oh, both of us 14.
Cool. That's actually pretty decent. Eric,
11.
11.
Still better than me, buddy.
Jofina,
I'm coming for you.
I had 13.
13.
We're all in the teens.
Okay.
On this together when we get
gored by a bull and a lion.
no, I banned from YouTube or something for Disney.
Okay.
We'll do that together too.
Yeah.
So, as all of this happens, Zav turns to you, Za'Reddick,
Okay.
and says, "You will now be having words after this." And he begins doing an incantation,
Okay.
and the bull, you see, kind of turns its gaze slightly to him, and there's a shimmer and like a shifting that's happening with the bull. And then Zav blinks out.
Well,
And
Bye, Zav.
the shimmering from the bull ceases, and it turns its attention back to you.
Yep.
fuck.
So...
Damn it, Zav.
Oh, thunder roll.
No.
He is a baby. Oh no.
He's back to rubbing in the legs.
Ba 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 ba.
Okay.
That's what this reminds me of.
What's that?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
No, yeah, that's good.
Ah!
So,
Is this because I'm bleeding?
Look, time to hide.
So from that, the first up actually would be Anna.
Is there a way I can assess the intent of this lion, if it means to kill me or just stop the violence? Is there a way for me to gauge that?
I would say I'll give it to you for your bonus action. That you can do an insight on what's happened so far.
I'd like to do that.
Only have my 2 glasses in that.
Ooh, 21.
21. So you've worked with wild beasts a lot before. They are not common to, like, if they're going to attack you, they're going to attack you. The fact that these were kind of pulling their punch initially to pin you gives you some indication that their goal is not necessarily to, like, outright kill you, but to just stop what is happening and to take control of the situation. You don't know what that means for after, whether or not you'll be allowed to remain or if you'll be kicked off of the palace or anything like that. But you're able to discern, at least at the moment, at the onset, they were not intending to harm you if it could be helped.
Anna's gonna telepathically scream think to the lion. If I yield, will you call off? Or will you call this off?
Okay. I'm going to say you can do that, but you will not get a response until its turn.
Mm-hmm. Can I hold an action?
What are you Alphonse?
He's trying to press space.
I'll allow
He
you.
was.
I'll allow you to
he
hold
was
an
trying to
action.
push something on the screen.
So
what
what
are you
is
doing?
the action you're holding?
Free nose
Yeah,
movement.
no.
Okay.
What are you doing?
All right. So that is your turn then?
Yes.
Dahlia, you are up next. You would be over by this tent here. You were just coming out as this fight started. Za'Reddick had been trying to sort of convince you of the Fate's intent to free Zybilna, the fact that they had actually killed off the 3 hags.
Mm-hmm.
And so you step out just as this is beginning. You do recognize these creatures. They are guardians that Zybilna call. Basically, they are a sort of standby spell that Zybilna, normally she calls upon these astral beasts to protect the palace when she goes off to the other Fae courts and to whenever she's away from the palace. The fact that they're here now means
Makes
that
me think
makes them that Zybilna
Something's
is
not right.
in some way not here. But they, so as of yet, have not seen you. And you basically have freedom of movement and your actions. You can call out to them. You can ask questions of the fates. You can become part of the attack on them as well if you would like. So it is your choice as your character.
Oh, so many different angles I can do.
Welcome to the fun.
No.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
You can also ask if there are questions you have about like what you can do and that kind of stuff.
No.
We are here to
I
help
feel
you.
like because I know why the guardians are out,
Mhm.
I would want to ask them, why are you out?
Okay.
Or like, what, I don't know.
Okay. So I would say you could stay where you are, or you could move sort of toward them slightly if you wanted.
The cat just ran.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have the zooms. I don't know what's going on. So I'll say you step out the rest of the way from the tent, and you kind of call out to the two astral creatures bearing down on this party. And you'll ask something along the lines of, why are you here? What has happened?
Yeah.
So I'll say both of them could respond to you. They both take notice of you with this. We'll have to wait till their turn for their response.
Okay.
But anything else you would like to do?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I would do anything else.
Yofina, you are up.
Ooh. Am I seen by them?
Yeah, you are out.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Right
okay.
here.
Cool.
Try to get a better angle there.
No, had to fight. Now we're getting this bigger fight. Alright. Let's do... Okay. Good old Eldritch Blast. Why not?
Why do we didn't even need to wait. We should have just been like,
I was trying to see if there was
when
other
would you like to
options.
Eldritch Blast, Sydney?
which one are you going to attack?
What other options do I have,
joking.
though, for range,
No,
really?
it's good.
You can
it's
attack me if you want.
Well, I was thinking about going for the lion, because it's pinning... Would it do anything, though, to her, if it...
No, it's got her like on the ground, but it is a huge creature,
Okay.
so there's a lot of area for you to hit.
Okay,
that wouldn't-
so yeah, I'm gonna go after the lion.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your attack.
So do I plus that, or no? Is that after the fact? I keep forgetting that.
Your attack should have a plus, and then the damage should have a plus. It might be different.
Bless
you.
you.
Bless you.
Bless you,
you,
thanks you.
23.
Whoa.
Because that's plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Just a moment here. Yeah, that's gonna be 2.
Like, I was trying to look around the room.
No, I know.
Like, don't know what this is yet.
Would we have characters have heard what Anna said?
I think she telepathically
Let's
said it
say,
to the.
did you were telepathic just to the creature, right? You didn't broadcast that.
Ah,
Oh,
okay. Never mind.
No, you,
Nope.
you
Then
did not.
you did exactly what you should have, baby.
I missed something.
Anna telepathically asked the lion if she ceased attacking, if they would stop.
Whoops.
But it was telepathic, so you wouldn't have known anyways.
It is what it is.
So as you
I
make
just come out and I see her on the ground with a lion on.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I go,
So as you make the first attack, there is a shimmer from the lion that is over Anna, and as you release the blast, you see the astral form of the lion peels off and duplicates, and your blast hits a second lion.
Oh, you gotta.
That is
Oh
now-
no.
that is now in front of
Oh no.
you. So
I don't like that.
Centilion?
I know.
so let's see that one.
It's like, that's not good.
I call front.
15.
See, so go ahead and roll your damage on the attack.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
The Eldritch Blast attack.
Right? Hold on.
Dice stuff. Okay.
There. Wait.
What are you rolling?
Do a D.
D10.
Isn't this? Oh, that's a D8.
So
Yeah.
dating,
I'm
dating
sorry.
after
Work.
This is a.
Yeah, roll the percentage.
Yeah, new job, I think.
It's like intense.
Oh, that's right. I saw his Facebook
I thought
post.
I had ones that weren't like that.
Stinks he has 20 nights.
I know, right? Oh well.
Mine's like that.
Hmm.
Wait, this one's not. If you want all this.
I have ones like that somewhere. Oh, there. Right. There's one right here. Okay.
We found it.
We're good.
Trying to find that Dean 10.
Yeah.
It was
You rolled the same
same
number.
fucking word. Okay. But there's no plus anything to that.
Nope.
It's just a straight up. Okay,
So
so the
the-
first one's 2.
So that your Eldritch Blast, I think, does have. Let me take a look at it.
But
Because
what is
because
it?
you took
That's
Plus
the
3
two.
modifier? Is that what that? Is that what you're talking about then? Oh wait. I think it's just I have 2 beams.
you can make 2 attacks with your Eldritch Blast.
I don't think there's any.
And then how does this one work? It's 1d10. Sorry, the feat does not seem to be attaching to you, but I think not the feat. You did an Eldritch Invocation, I think.
She did.
Sorry. And I think you took Agonizing Blast, which lets you add your Charisma modifier to the damage. So it's
Plus 3?
yeah. So it's whatever you roll plus 3.
Okay.
I'll try to get that fixed in the system. I'm not sure why that's not plus 3 on your.
Is that what the modifier means then at the top there? Or is that something else?
That's. I mean, that is your charisma modifier, which your charisma, I think, dictates your spell modifier.
Yeah, for
as a
warlocks, it's charisma.
But it's you wouldn't add it to everything.
And just to that?
Yeah, so it's you
Agonizing
did
Blast?
you did 2 on the roll, and then plus 3, so you did 5 on the first blast, and then you can roll again for a second blast attack.
Roll a hit first. Or do
Oh,
you-
I have to roll a hit first.
Yeah, you have to roll the hit first.
Oh well. Okay. I'm sure. 8, do I have anything that goes with that? Yes.
Plus 7.
9.
No, the second one misses. So you unleash 2 of them. You takes 5 damage off the first one. And the second one does not have any damage. Right. Any movement or bonus? Been a little while since we had combat, so it's gonna take us a minute, I think, to
Yeah.
get back up to speed.
Can I hex the bull?
The bull instead of the lion that you just attacked?
Yeah. I'm gonna hex the bull for strength.
Okay. Alright.
I run out, shoot one, misfire the other one, turn, and then see the other. I'm like, probably help Red out just a little bit.
Okay. Got it. Do you want to move at all, or
I think I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. That is your turn. That brings us to Elkhorn.
Oh,
Oh, Corn, I forgot he was even freaking here.
Yeah, Elkhorn's kind of in the back here,
He's hungover.
and
Right.
he was kind of like he was startled by the attack between the two. More startled by the sudden appearance of these creatures.
Did he have a heart attack?
He's looking over at Dahlia, and the fact he has been able to discern that Anna has not attacked yet, though she was readied for one. He was beginning to draw his weapon, and then when he saw your Fina attack, let me see. Yeah. Once he saw Yofina attack, he was like, I don't know if we want to attack these if we're not already engaged. And he's going to draw his weapon and hold an attack for if one comes near him, but he's not going to use it presently. And he'll say, he'll kind of put up his hands like, is there any way we can stop this and perhaps talk? And that's going to be his turn. Eric. So you're over. Yeah, this other one basically materialized in front of you, sort of toward. Actually, I'll move this slightly. It would have been more.
Right, so that its ass is right in front of your face.
Nice.
So it appeared out of the first one that Yofina was attacking, and sort of in the way of the attack. So you are next to Anna there, with the one that has her pin.
Okay. Seeing both of these two react that way, and seeing the one materialize towards Yofina, I am going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on Yofina.
Okay.
So that until the spell ends, one willing creature... Oh, you touch. Am I able to move to her?
I just noticed the D20 earrings.
Yeah,
That's sick.
Thanks.
she's worn those a few times.
I would say you...
Damn, chair makes it sound like I'm whipping ass.
I dare you to eat one of those.
Was it two?
No.
Make an insight check.
I don't hate myself that much.
Okay. Ugh. 11.
Okay.
Not terrible, but not great.
It's just over average.
Yes. So if it was a mid-level, well, let's see what happens thing.
I just liked the
11.
reaction of 11.
Yeah, 11. So you're not sure how far these creatures can reach. You know you're outside of a standard 5-foot reach.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure if they have more. The one that would potentially, if it was within 10 feet, be in reach of you is the one that has Anna pinned, and it's also pinning her right now. So you would lean toward you can probably move without a listening attack, but you're not 100% sure.
Okay. Well, okay. I guess before I cast my spell, let's do my movement here.
Okay.
I'm going to...
Because you would have to go sort of around the table here, back over to her, but I think you should have movement to make that.
Yeah, I'd probably do that logically to be safe.
Alright, so let's say it's about 10, and then 15. Yeah, you'd have plenty of movement to get over to it. And yes, the lion does not reach out to attack you. It does sort of look up at you for a moment as you move away, but it turns its attention back to Anna almost immediately.
Okay. Am I able to stand kind of behind over Yofina?
Yeah.
I'll cast this kind of over top,
So
we're
here?
Yep. And I'm going to touch her shoulder, saunter over, and I'll place my hand on her shoulder.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl, hey.
And now you are protected against fey creatures.
Can be turned from... It's turned creatures.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, and if they try to attack and fail,
Creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Cool. Is that your turn then?
I will also, while I'm on her shoulder, whisper, I think they'll lay off if we lay off.
Well, they need to lay off of our friend.
Touche.
So if they lay off, I'll lay off.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, good. I was
Lion's
just
turn
trying to
now.
make sure. So, we are to the bull next to
Oh, boy.
Za'Reddick.
What up, Bull?
So, it turns back to, and you can see it readying an attack,
Yeah.
but it says first, do you yield? And you can, if you want to respond immediately, it would cost you a reaction, but you can.
I want to wait for my turn.
So, not getting a response from you, it is going to go ahead and attack.
Ah, shit! You're like,
It turns its head down
I want to
and
steal one of your cookies.
Do it, steal it.
Oh.
They're fucking right there, dude.
that will not hit. So that is
I want
17. So that's not.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit.
Bull's dumb. Bulls often are.
I mean, I had 2 of each, but
And let's say it turns towards you with that, but it's not going to like move
okay.
away. So, but it misses with the.
No, I'm
the-
right between the horns.
It misses with the attack,
Yeah.
and that is its turn. So
Okay.
it's,
Lion turn now.
it is your turn.
Oh wow, the
Oh.
lion rolled worse than me. Okay. Can I use? Trying to debate because he asked if I yield. Can I do a perception to see if I yield? He'll stop.
I think that's an insight.
You can do an insight.
Is that an insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I should also, because that would have been its turn. It also does turn toward you and gives sort of a slight bow, and says, "Mistress, we will address what the changes that have occurred when we have dealt with these."
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a you said investigation,
Insight.
insight.
Insight. Yeah.
Where's my insight? Oh, God, it's of course it's only +1. 9.
Right.
Nine.
Similar to Anna, you're smart enough to know beasts do not normally pull their punches. The fact that it is intelligent enough to ask you to stand down does seem like it is willing to end the fight without it necessarily coming to bloodshed, but you don't know what it would mean beyond that. If you will be kicked out of the palace, if you will be...
Okay. For my action, I'll put my sword away and shove my shield into the ground and hold my hands up and say, like, I yield.
Okay.
Or, I yield. Gotta
Gonna
do
need
it.
a voice.
Gotta do it as a voice.
Okay. So we are now to the lion pinning Anna. You can tell it is sort of ready to make another attack on you, but it does ask you the same as the first. Do you yield? Also turning and nodding to Dahlia, but not making, not adding anything more.
Part of me wants to be like, yeah, I asked you first. Because I think that's if I yield, will you call this off? That's what I asked.
Okay.
To hold
I will say. Yield, and we may refrain from having to kill you.
Don't tempt her with violence that makes her want to prove she's better than everyone else.
Can I respond, or
Would use your reaction to respond immediately, but you can.
if she could mentally grit her teeth and just say, I yield.
So it is going to settle back. It's not going to make an attack. It is going to keep one of its paws upon you to keep you pinned. But you can tell that it is sort of standing down from attacking you.
I will release that obel. So, either way. Because it was like she was going to sit up and then back on the ground. I'm like,
Fine.
So, that will bring us to top of the round, which brings us actually to the newly manifest lion.
oh!
Who actually, he's no longer here. Goodbye. Bye. Is going to charge forward on Yofina.
Oh, right. Shoot.
Like,
Protection from good and evil. Do your stuff.
Yep.
20 to hit.
Oh god.
Oh.
It was
So,
20. Does 20 hit you?
did you roll it at disadvantage?
Oh, it is disadvantage. Thank you. It's still 20 because that was a natural 20.
Oh,
Yep.
You know it hits.
God.
My magic!
Low roll. Very fortunate low roll.
Haha.
So that's 12 on the attack. Please make a strength saving throw.
Oh.
If the target is all... Wait. The target also... Is this a charm, frighten, or possess?
No.
Okay.
You
I
did get
guess
plus
it is
3 on your
strength.
saves though,
I get +3 on my saves.
Because you're near him.
because you're near me.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. I don't know the context of that video, but he's drinking or eating something.
I learned what it was, and I can't remember what it is
21.
now. It's something very...
21.
Nice.
You save from being knocked prone. And
Nice.
Catch me.
Oh.
it is not able to get off a second...
It was with all my
Yeah, and because of the save, it is not able to get off a second attack against you. So that is its strength.
Nice.
So... This brings us back to Anna.
I'm gonna telepathically say, Yufina, stop. Targets were us. Stand down.
If Yofina had ears, she would like put them down.
It's like,
Trying to save your life. Alright, I suppose. I just like kind of go back off guard and just kind of wait to see what happens.
Okay. Back to Dahlia.
Can I control them at all? Do I
Uh,
have any power over them whatsoever?
they
As far as like making commands.
recognize you, and they have been left in your charge in the past, but not in a way that allows you to control them, just in a way that they listen to you. These are astral creatures, so they do have their own sort of will and intelligence, but Zybilna binds them to the palace and this particular purpose. Outside of that purpose, they're free basically to their own will.
Because I almost want to like tell them to stop, as I believe this group is trying to help.
Mm-hmm. You can do that. And you can call out to them to stand down.
Okay. I'm gonna call to them to stand down. Do I
Okay.
need to roll or anything, or?
No, for this one, it's not all. You sort of step forward. I'll say actually, because the one is so close to you, Fina. I'll say after Anna's action of, and you didn't hear anything, but you saw the creature sort of come at Yofina, and you would normally, and you did hear. Sorry, Eric. Were you whispering, or were you when you spoke to her, or not?
I mean, probably a hushed tone, but
Okay,
I-
because she's right there. I would say you heard Eric also say to her, I think if we stand down, they'll stand down. I'll say you step forward and say, hold, I believe these
I believe
these warriors.
idiots.
These warriors.
Maybe I should call them idiots.
Yeah. Actually, you can phrase it however you like. So.
I mean, I could even say, like, hold, I don't know these people, but I believe they're trying to help.
Okay. Would you like to step forward so you could sort of step slightly to here and like put your hand onto
Sure.
the one that's there?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how they respond as we get around to turns.
I
Great.
don't think they would hurt me at this point.
Yofina, it is your turn.
So I blast again. I'm just kidding.
So I started,
So start blasting.
I kind of just put my hands up, and I kind of just go, I'm no longer in this fight.
Okay. So back to Elkhorn. He's kind of like seeing all of this and seeing y'all kind of stand down. And he puts the sword away and also holds out his arms kind of wide, dwarf. You know, doesn't really go wide.
Jazz hands.
Eric, your turn.
Anybody
Swing around
want a
here.
peanut?
So, you can see.
I got some nuts.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
These nuts here. You want
Anybody want some nuts?
I will just. I do nothing. I also hold my hands up.
Okay.
That's all I'll do.
All right.
And I'll also whisper,
Oh,
and like give her a little pat on the head.
She wiggles her butt like she can.
I give her some nuts.
I figured it was gonna be like, are my bracers cool, guys?
Thanks.
Okay. So that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right. So we are back to the bull next to the Za'Reddick.
Don't tase me, bro.
Don't tease me, bro.
So it is going to step toward you slightly,
Okay.
and it is going to put a hoof out onto your chest,
Okay.
and then press to see if you allow it to pin you down.
Oh.
Oh, is he gonna?
He wants you on the ground the same way as Anna is.
We're in submission.
Can I just take a knee instead?
You can take a knee, but it's going to keep pressing. And if you try to resist, it's going to become a contested strength.
Fine.
Okay, so it steps forward, places its hoof on your chest and presses. There's no damage, there's no violence behind this. It's actually very slow and considered, but it does press you to the ground so that you are prone under its hoof. And I'll come back to it in just a second because I want to get through the round first. So that'll actually bring us to your turn, but I assume you're just going to sort of allow this and then hold to that.
Yeah.
Brings the one Hannah. I'll come back to that in just a second. And that brings us to
The other one.
the other one. Yofina. Same thing. This lion is going to step towards you and it's going to put its paw out like toward your chest and press to like push you to the ground.
I kind of make like a low growl, but kind of like don't fight it. I'm just kinda like,
So you kind of growl, and then like this astral beast, this thing is huge. It is like the size of this table and like tall like the room, and you hear this like rumbling
I'm like,
in response. but you do give to the
Yeah.
Okay, so it presses you to the ground, and with that I will say we are out of combat at this point. Let me bring this. So the three creatures do now turn to you.
Okay.
Mistress, you do not know these creatures, but you say they are here to help.
Then I respond.
Yeah, we're completely out of combat now, so it's all
Okay.
live.
Eric furiously nods his head.
They have mentioned that they are here to help.
Wait, can we hear them talking?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
they are speaking common.
Wait, you know them? You let it get this far? Why didn't you say anything? I wouldn't go in there and just start blasting these guys.
To be honest, they shouldn't have been awakened, to my knowledge.
Oh wait.
So let me pull up their notes real quick.
That is what I'm gonna say. Because
So
I know of them, they know of me, but I don't know if have I seen them in action yet?
you've never seen them have to fight before. Usually, just
So this is a first for me.
yeah. Usually, just their presence is enough to deter people.
But has anybody tried it before?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like anyone else who's come to Zybilna's palace, usually if someone has ill intent, they're stopped long before they get to the palace.
So I've never seen them actually
Yeah,
have to have violence.
Well, get ready for a lot of firsts with us.
and anybody who is on the palace grounds tends to be there to ask favors of Zybilna, so they would never bring violence to the grounds as you all did. So, let's see, so this is the lion. I'm going to say that's closest to you. We and our counterpart, and he looks over at the bull, kind of huffs. We're called as a pair to protect the gardens from intruders in Zybilna's absence. All we are aware is that she is absent. Our presence here means her mistress is gone, where we do not know. The palace has continued to receive visitors in Zybilna's absence. Guests are to remain in the garden pavilion until Zybilna deigns to grant them an audience. It is not our responsibility to protect or interfere. We have seen entreaties of the hags come to speak with those in the pavilion. Some leave, some stay, but it is not of us.
Am I supposed to respond to that?
Yeah, you can respond to them, respond to the others who are here.
I promise not to do anything if you would please let me stand and talk.
It is yet to be decided if you will be allowed to remain upon the palace grounds, but if you yield fully, I will allow you to stand to speak. And he kind of backs off of you. The other two lions, seeing this happen, pause for an extended moment, and then also eventually let up Yofina and Anna as well. The one over Yofina, because of the growl, will just say, "Do not test my patience." And the one that backs off over Anna, mirroring its voice exactly, says, "To you, you would not like how that turns out." As they both back off and release you, you both to stand.
So I actually won't stand. I'm gonna stay kneeled, and I'll be like, your entreaties to stop fighting on the grounds are met. It was a misunderstanding. I attacked my party mate unprovoked. It is my fault. Do not blame them. We came here to speak with Zybilna because we feared that she was in trouble because the hags had taken over.
So you were the instigator of the violence.
I was.
In fairness, I'm gonna say mentally to the one who just asked.
So I would do the bull.
To the bull. It was my escalation that wasn't warranted. I meant to make a point, but I exceeded making it.
And I probably don't hear that.
Can I ask them, are they like this all the time? Are they like this all the time?
Not this bad.
I think
But-
you finally just had enough, but yeah,
You've
they're not
seen the
really nice.
crescendo.
Yeah, you saw the breaking point, I think.
My point has already been made. I have no interest in making any other for the time being.
The lion that's standing in front of you turns to you and says, "You attempted to defend your compatriots, but then stopped when realized what had occurred. We will pardon this offense and allow you to remain." And it actually steps back slightly, and there's a shimmer, and there's this astral energy from it that pulls off into the other lion, and it vanishes from in front of you. So it's just the two again now. The lion says out loud, "This one keeps speaking to my mind. It apologizes as well, but these two seem to be the ones responsible for the violence here. Normally, we would make an example and ban them from the grounds of the palace. Mistress, you seem interested in hearing more from them."
I would like to hear more from them. I do not wish to have them banned from the grounds. They may be able to help me find Zybilna.
We will return to our towers and continue our watch.
Were they going to tell me, though, what changes were addressed? What did they already say? You
So,
said something about...
they said that they were called because Zybilna is not
Oh, that's right,
here.
okay. I wasn't sure if there's more.
Yeah, and then they have noticed that servants of the hags have come to entreat with the newer visitors since people have been frozen. But who entreats to whom really isn't their purview. So they are just there to keep the ground safe, so to speak.
Okay.
Sorry, I want to make sure I'm not. Yeah. Nope. So yeah, they will begin to step away, then back to toward the towers. Yeah.
Lion, ox,
It's a
Lion.
It's a bull, I'm pretty sure.
bull.
It's lion and bull.
Do you know anything about a crown?
They both turn back towards you. Their interest actually peaked at this. They look at each other, and you can tell there's a distaste that they have toward each other. The lion responds to you, since you called out lion first. Zybilna created the crown as a key that guests can use to reach certain areas of the palace in her absence. The crown has two forms, one of silver needles, the other of golden roses. The bull then continues. To transform the crown of needles into its gold form, it must be placed on the brow of the correct iron guardian. And they both look toward each other. Which of us, envy or wrath, is the correct guardian? We cannot say. Placing the crown on the incorrect guardian banishes the guardian to its demiplane along with the crown. However, once the crown is transformed into its golden form, either guardian can wear it without being banished, and certain doors inside the palace are locked, except in the presence of the crown after it has been worn by the proper guardian.
It's a lot of rules.
You just have to pick the right one.
You have to figure out which one is the correct one to...
How do we know which one of you is the right one? Did Zybilna leave any clues?
We do not know which is the right one. I suspect if you find the crown, there may be some clues.
So we
to be
gotta
had.
search the grounds for the crown. With your permission, Miss Tempest.
You may.
Alright.
Anything else of the guardians before they
Um,
return to their towers?
Yes. Just, I have one question. If you had to guess between the two of you, who would you say is Wrath?
I think I know.
Wrath
Is the lion.
the bull steps forward. Is like, I am Wrath.
Oh.
Oh, okay. And the lion, you don't say anything?
Lion doesn't respond. You didn't ask about envy. So
Does that make you envy, Lion?
it turns towards you, and you can almost see the raising of a brow from a lion, which is a very odd sense. I am called envy. Does not make me envy.
All right. So it's not like we have to figure out who's lying thing. He's
I would
obviously the
freaking
lion.
hate that. It's like, one of us is lying. One of us only tells the truth. Go fuck yourself.
That's a fairly easy one to discern, though.
Yeah, because one of them's a lion.
You literally just kill one, and then you're like, "Is he dead?" And if they say no, then that's the one that lies.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll begin to search the grounds, I guess, to see if I can. Or I guess, is there any kind of check I can do to see if I can discern?
Yeah, let me draw back here a little bit. So it's a fairly large garden area. So
I mean, that cutoff area that's kind of surrounded by a little.
so this what you're looking at, or
No, I was looking at the far left. That area.
this?
No, far left. Far
Far
left.
left.
Yep, that area.
Okay, cool. So real quick, I'm going to return these guys
To death.
to their towers.
What?
Okay. They're out of the way. So you do see, I will say, the lion walks over toward these steps, and the gates open as he enters into the tower over here.
Okay.
The bull actually heads over toward, comes actually up these steps, and then across. You can't see from where you are, but you would be able to sort of figure that there's probably an entrance to this tower from that side. So, from the grounds, I will say, so you start moving in this direction. What would everyone else like to do?
I'll let you go first.
What's on that log?
You looking at the tree stump?
So you also want to head sort of similar direction over here?
Well, no, I just want. I was trying to see what's on top of it.
I would say if you got a bit closer, you wouldn't have to like go into the area, but if you got to like this side of the stream here, you could probably look across to see what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so
Curiosity.
you kind of see something from across the way, but you can't quite.
I see something
discern.
shiny, and I'm like,
So-
shiny. I'm like, run over that
So
way.
you'll head that way. Eric, which way are you heading?
Can I kind of, as everyone's going to look for the crown, sneak back into the tent real quick?
Okay. So you head back into the tent.
You gotta figure out what's in that package.
I'm gonna grab it at least for now.
Okay.
I don't want to get too far without it.
And Dahlia, where would you like to? Do you want to go with some of the group, or?
I'm torn. Are those fairies like frozen, or are they?
Yeah, all of the fairies and gnomes in
Okay.
the garden area seem to be frozen in space, and it's strange because like some of the fairies are just sitting where they were hovering, where their wings, but their wings are not beating anymore, and yet they are still stuck in place, like several feet above the ground.
Might go observe one of them.
Okay. So say you
Yeah.
start heading this over this way. I will say Elkhorn. After all that, Elkhorn's actually going to kind of keep with Yofina
Okay.
for the time being. Anna, people are starting to sort of explore around, and they're kind of splitting off in various directions and groups. So,
I needed sustenance.
Red's kind of heading in this diagonal direction up through here. Yofina seems to be interested in what's in this stump across the way, so she's going to discern that in a second. Eric turned around. Actually, were you trying to sneak?
Yeah, a little bit.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Yay.
You're no rogue.
Acting a little.
Ah, that was a good roll.
Thank you. It was very good. 19.
19.
You don't see Eric.
Nope. Everybody in the group misses it. So you slip into the tent without anyone else noticing that that's the direction you went. If Veers were here, he would have noticed. But nobody else has the passive perception to catch that at 19. So you miss. Eric kind of stepped into the tent, but your Anna does not see that. You see Red going up in this direction, Yofina and Elkhorn kind of over here, and then Dahlia has come over this way to sort of investigate one of the frozen pixies that is suspended above the ground. Which way would you like to go?
I'm just gonna stand nearby Dahlia and observe the frozen fairy.
So I'll put you just a little ways behind her, kind of silently watching. Okay. Yofina, roll a perception check for me. See if I can cross the stream there.
30-20.
Okay.
Points. Going high.
So ones that I need to pull up. I've got this whole area has like this huge map within. It's a little nuts.
Got this.
Nope, not anymore. Not anymore.
To go with your other one?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you got the other one?
But they're different.
Is it the same person that?
Yeah. Got another wooden die.
Oh. I like this one better than the tally though.
I like the
So
most.
from across the
It's
stream
probably quicker and easier to
into
read.
that central area, you see sort of lodged into this stump a gleaming great axe. So it looks like a lumberjack's axe,
Right.
basically just like stuck into the stump and left there.
I am. Oh yeah, I'm a warlock. I'm definitely gonna be able to. Can I jump?
Yeah, you'd be able to clear the stream easily. So
I'm gonna hop on over that.
stay clear of the water. And you do notice as you sort of look down at the water, as you jump across it, it also is frozen. It's not moving. It's not like frozen like ice. It's just, the water's just completely still and stuck. And there's even like little ridges where you could see that it was flowing that have stopped in place.
I'll go join her by the stump.
Elkhorn also will come that way. So you'll join over here. Okay.
How tall is the stump to my height stature?
It's up there a little ways, but you would be able to reach the handle sort of above your head to try to wrest it free.
Can I do an Arcana check on the weapon before she does that?
Yeah.
See if there's any kind of weird...
Bad
Maybe it would be an insight check to see if there's anything.
I guess, may I do that as well? That'd probably be a smart thing to do. Or
So
am I already in action?
Arcana would be if you're trying to discern if there's some kind of magical effect to it.
Yeah.
Investigation would be sort of generally like, is there any trouble about it? Is it trapped? Is it those sorts of things?
Ooh, I'm going to do investigation.
I'll do Arcana then.
Okay.
Jesus H. Christ. 12.
12. With a 12, you take a look at it. There's nothing that really stands out to you offhand about it. Nothing that
Mm-hmm.
nothing that speaks to like magical power.
Okay.
You do note that it's probably been here for a while, and it does seem to be fairly pristine.
Okay.
So there may be some kind of magical element to it, but you're not getting like a huge magical sense off of it.
Okay.
Euphina, what was your
22.
22? Taking a look at, like, so you really like investigate around the stone, take a look at the handle, take a look at the head of it and everything, just sort of keeping them clear. You're able to discern there doesn't seem to be any kind of trap to it or anything. You don't get any sense of like warded magical energy off of it, so that would like cause a negative magical response to touch it. So you do kind of like reach up and make contact with it just to sort of check it a little bit more. There don't seem to be any issues with it, no concerns about removing it. But in investigating it, you do discern it is lodged firmly within this stump.
What would happen if I blasted the stump apart?
Remember, we can't do
Oh.
those type of actions.
Thank God, that's so much quicker.
I will see if I can do a strength check to try and pull it through, because I might be able to pull it out for her. If that's something I can try.
Sorry, just a second, just checking numbers here real quick.
Not yet. No.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and
Would it be
so just a strength.
just a
check.
strength check?
Yeah.
Okay. 17.
17. So you grip onto the handle and try to rest the arm up, and it is just firmly like there's not a budge. It doesn't move at all for you.
Okie dokie. I'm sorry, Euphina. I think it's stuck here.
Maybe you loosened it. I'm gonna try it.
Yep.
Oh, natural 20 plus 3.
Holy shit!
So
Nice.
Wow.
it's interesting. Before this started, I'd actually set him up because there's a limit to who can pull this free based upon your strength number. Neither of you would have ever been able to pull this 3 in absence of a natural 20.
Hey, so I'm like, you loosened it.
Yeah.
And I just go
That's right. I loosened it. Yeah.
So yeah, she reached for, and it's funny because like Red, you're a fairly tall being, and you're like,
I have to put both my feet on the
wrenching this
stump.
thing up. You walk over and you're like up on tiptoe, and you grab a hold of this thing, and it's just like momentarily, it's like a pharaoh because you're like back and forth, like wrestling, like almost like swinging on the handle of this thing for a
Just
second.
like flailing on it.
But at one point, as you're kind of like swinging back and forth, you actually get a foot on the ground and 1 foot on the stump, and you're able to like bear down so that it sort of cracks down, and the head of the axe breaks free slightly. And then once you're back on the ground, you kind of reach up and press up, and it works itself the rest of the way out. And as you take a look at it, it is a great axe. It seems to be just a regular woodcutter's axe, like someone would use to cull trees and everything through a forest. But again, it's pristine. So you're not getting any overt magical sense from it yet. But something seems different about this axe than like you would normally find an axe that would be slightly tarnished or rusted by this point, sitting in a stump for this long.
Interesting.
I'll start moving towards the area I was going to.
Okay. Move you on over this way. So you're getting close there. Yofina, do you want to go with him? Do you want to go somewhere else? It's like kind of a large area, so I'm trying to like show as much as I can without getting hints of other things.
Yeah. Have we been through this area before?
No.
No. Can I go check out or go head toward the fountain?
Yeah. So Elkhorn's gonna kind of stay with you for the moment. So you head this way toward the fountain.
It's like you become a dog or something. Like this one can't go in there.
Eric, you go back inside, and you see the few people who were sitting around arguing about the scones and the jam or whatever. They're all kind of like huddled together toward a corner. Like, what is up with these people? And you kind of walk in and pick up the package, and they're just kind of watching you but not saying anything. You're free to either turn around and leave or try to interact. But
Before I exit the tent, I say, for what it's worth, I think cream goes on the bottom.
So you say that, you kind of, and you see one of them start to, and then like think better of it. And they all just kind of sit and stay toward the corner as you exit back out with the package. The package, as you hold it now, the fates that it's addressed to is on top of a card, which is closed on top of the package. So.
Well, I'll read the card as I walk.
Okay. Let's see. Here.
Give me a saving throw.
These things are dangerous.
Yeah, give me a second.
The Cheez-Its? Yes, they are.
Let's start getting close up and then make it come.
I hate making mistakes. They're so stupid. My dyslexic ass keeps switching words.
It's fine. You have unlimited hearts.
I do, but I hate that my eyeballs switch words.
That your eyeballs, what?
Dyslexic.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was completely lost there for a second.
It's worse when you go to hit a word, but it looks like a different word.
Yes.
And so you're like, oh, that just had one different syllable or sign in it, and you're like,
yep, happens to me a lot.
So you open the card. The card says, "Many thanks. May fortune smile
I can
upon
read the
you.
difference between
Yours.
fish and bread.
Sir Taladar."
Ooh. Okay. I smile and I keep walking. I'm looking around to see where everyone's gone. And so you've gone up to the fountain. Which way did you head?
I head towards the forest on the upper left.
Top left. Anna? Where did you
Anna's following
Me.
Dahlia over toward the.
By a ferry.
So yeah,
By the
they're
ferry.
like
And by a
here.
frozen ferry.
Okay.
The others are kind of like heading off toward. There's a patch up here. It looks like. And, well, red is headed up that way. Yofina's headed
What can I
over
do
towards
is
the
in the
fountain
kitchen. It's
here.
gonna be so loud. You're okay.
What's like behind the tent? Is there anything like all the way to the right that's unexplored?
So over to the right here.
I love how we're all just saying forget about Stonehenge because it looks like the most like easiest thing that something would be at, but it's probably a drop.
So there's not a lot over here. You do see there is kind of like a larger pond over in the upper corner here. It seems different than the rest of the area. Both of the ends of the streams sort of provide into it. Let me- And there's sort of this like there's some sort of like hovering form above the pond as well. From where you are, you can't quite discern what it is, but
Okay, well, that sounds interesting.
okay, so you're gonna start heading in that direction. So Dahlia, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. So you would roll a d20.
Okay. Ooh, that's not good.
And then you add there will be an investigation as
Yep. So basically 5.
okay. So investigation 5. You come over and sort of take a look at the pixies. It's one of the strangest things you've ever seen to see a pixie hovering suspended above midair, not moving its wings, not able to move. You kind of reach up to make contact, and it is fixed. You cannot move it from the space. You cannot seem to. It's also holding like a gardening tool,
Okay.
and you're unable to like wrest anything from its grip or change anything about it in any way. Looking over, the water in the stream next to you also seems to have stopped. Normally, the waters of the stream flow regularly. It seems at a glance to still be liquid, but it's not moving. There's even like little crests of like waves and that kind of stuff stuck in place. But with the 5, that's about as much as you discern.
Okay.
You can like go and investigate things further if you wanted to like interact with the water or anything of that nature.
I mean, I kind of want to go to that bigger puddle over there to see if I can interact there.
Okay,
It looks a
so
little different.
over where Eric's headed, so
Yeah.
this way? Okay.
I think that's where I want to go.
Alright. Anna, are you continuing to sort of like shadow her?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to that.
I don't know if she can see me or not, but I'm just kind of keeping an
I'm
eye.
aware
you-
you're there.
I was gonna say, are you trying to stealth behind her?
No.
Or then
I'm
yeah,
aware
she's
she's
aware.
there. I'm just not really.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure her out
And I'm trying to figure you out.
by not paying attention to each
Yeah.
other.
Okay. Let's see.
That's going to be the people's sign at the wedding.
Oh, that's amazing.
So let's go back to Yofina first. You were heading over toward
Hell yeah.
the water fountain.
And then I just bought these today. This is going to be my wedding gift to her. But I got these.
So, Yofina, a marble fountain rises from a plinth on the bank of a stream, overflowing with time-frozen water that was spilling from the mouths of the various sculpted animals. The frozen spray surrounding the fountain still creates like a rainbow effect in the air around
Ooh,
it.
pretty.
There's nothing like engraved on it, nothing said.
It doesn't seem to be any writing or anything on it. You can make an investigation check of the further of the fountain to see.
But just to be clear, I don't want to touch it.
Yep.
No touchy.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So as you move around the fountain, we're sort of looking at it. You do get a sense of some magic radiating off of this fountain. You're, with just basic investigation, you don't know what kind of magic. You just know that there's a bit of a magic aura to it. You don't get a sense of it being dangerous magic. It's not trapped, as far as you can tell, either physically or magically. But there is some magic element to this fountain.
For poops and giggles, can I cast Dispel Magic on it?
Yep. So, casting Dispel Magic.
Just want to see what happens. What did I miss?
Nothing.
So you draw upon your powers, cast Dispel Magic. You don't get a sense of the Dispel Magic latching on to anything specific. It doesn't seem like there is magic cast upon the fountain. It seems like the fountain is magical itself. And magical items in and of themselves cannot be dispelled. So there's something magical about this feature, not something that's been added to it magically.
Got it. Okay.
Do me.
So, while you're doing that, Red gets over toward
The statue.
the corner here. Let me get into that. What is this?
Looks like a bunch of sassy apple trees.
Are they sassy because they've got spider
Rose
webs on them?
garden.
Maybe.
Because they kind of
So
reminiscent.
this
of
fragrant
those-
rose garden is
Yeah, I-
bordered by a bronze fence. The roses seem to come in a variety of colors. A few of them white, a few of them black. Among the various other like normal shades of roses that you see. Glistening spider webs cover the rose bushes.
Of course. So, question: you said a fence. Is that area? Is there actually a fence there, or?
So, let's see.
I hate spiders.
I don't like spiders.
I like spiders. They can be our friends.
No.
The second that he puts one of those little freaking avatar guys with like a spider and be like, kill it.
I'm
gonna blast it.
Animal
I
friendship.
don't have to get close to it.
So
I'll join you.
So the bronze fence goes all the way around, but it's like a very low level. It's something you could very easily, like almost step over, and very easily climb over. But there doesn't, as you look sort of around from side to side, you're not seeing an opening. It seems like this bronze fence is just created as a solid piece all the way around the rose garden.
Can I see that statue very well from where I'm at?
So, let's say, kind of moving in between tree line here, you were sort of like pacing around the outside. Give me, let's see. I would say from your distance, it would be an investigation still, but it's going to be a higher DC because you have some distance on it.
How does you said investigation?
Yeah.
How does an unnatural 20?
Yeah, that'll do it. So as you look in, there is something off about the statue in the center of this area. You definitely get a sense of residual magic upon the statue. From this distance, you don't really get much as far as like details on that, but roll an Arcana check for me.
Arcana. Unnatural 20 again.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
Or,
Wow.
yeah, unnatural 20.
So, looking at the more you look at the statue, the pose is completely unnatural. The state, everything about it screams that this is not actually a statue. This is a petrified person.
Oh, great. Which leads me to believe that those spiders might have done that. I don't know if I want to go in there.
Maybe they're just misunderstood.
Is there something in there that we needed?
Well,
You don't really know what's in there.
Crown of roses.
We're trying to find this crown of thorns here.
He might be on that dead, petrified body.
Ooh. So many spiders are gonna jump out of here. I don't like that word.
Can I?
As soon as I saw the webs, I'm like, no.
Can I? Do I hear any of this that's going on?
You're pretty far across
Okay.
the garden at this point because you're following Dahlia and
You're
Eric
following
over
me.
toward this.
Although
Over
that
there.
leads me to think, seeing the spiders and knowing that she can turn into a spider, I'm gonna go over to talk to Anna.
Okay. So you're gonna start heading back toward the group. Be like, nope, not on my own. I've learned my lessons here. So we'll say you're about halfway.
Are the spiders something I'm aware of? Or is this like new because people have been frozen?
You are not aware of any spiders or anything in
That
the
should be in the gardens.
That should be in that garden. over
Okay.
there.
Good to know.
So let's go back to Yufina for a second. So you were investigating
Fountain.
the fountain here.
The rainbow water.
Yeah, so the fountain, has some kind of magic reading off of it, but you're not familiar with that. With the magic itself, the dispel magic did not end the magical effect that was going on with the fountain. It, just like the streams and everything, has the water within it that seems to be completely still. But anything else you want to do here, or do you want to sort of regroup with the others and try to figure things out before you go further?
Go to the north. Is that somebody? Is that something?
What do you mean?
What's
Are you
across
looking
the
at
river?
like this?
Behind it.
It's a person, I think.
Yeah, there's some people over here.
There's
Some,
a person like right there.
like
and
frozen gardeners and
More frozen gardeners.
yeah.
I'm just gonna hop back across the river.
Okay, so you're heading back toward this.
Kind of like where like the flowers are, right there.
Okay.
And just kind of chill there, because I want to keep an eye like on like what's going on, because I saw red kind of like dart over there and like dart away, so I'm kind of curious as to what's happening.
Okay, so well, you saw him go over here, and I'll say when you finished sort of investigating the fountain, you kind of hopped across just as he was starting to make his way back.
Make him away.
Back towards you. So, did you want to
Downtown.
meet with Red and?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I was trying to do.
All right. So, Red, as you begin sort of heading back more toward Anna, Yufina actually comes across your path, coming from the fountains the other way here. So you guys interact in this space as you're traveling through.
What did you see over there that you left in
Sorry,
such a
what am I doing now? Oh, with
We're
Yufina?
interacting.
Yeah, Yufina sort of
Okay.
bumped into you because then
Oh.
she was coming over to meet you, and then you were coming back the other way, so you regrouped.
What did you see over there that you had to leave in such a hurry?
There is an interesting knot statue over there, and a bunch of rose bushes covered in spiders. I figured it'd be best to ask our resident transformist, Anna, to see if she could investigate.
The word you're looking for is
Shape.
druid.
You're not there.
Damn it.
Yeah, we're
Shit.
far away.
I thought it was closer.
Yeah, no.
You are way over here.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, you're by me because you don't trust me, but I also don't trust you. so.
Yeah. She looks at me.
And I look over to go and ask me, I'm gonna shapeshift into a spider.
Yes, that was my plan.
Alright.
I'll continue
Okay, so
moseying.
the two of you are heading back then together toward the
Mhm.
rest of the group.
Eric's just doing his own thing.
I'm muting up.
No, Eric's up by that pond as well, so we'll start moving you guys. You guys won't have rejoined yet, but I'm just going to move you over there just for ease. So, Eric gets to this pool area first. Dahlia, you're a little ways behind.
Okay.
And Anna's just right behind you. So this one is... Willow trees encircle this sheltered pond. Lily pads dot the mirror-like surface of the water, and hungry dragonflies dart about. So there are still unfrozen creatures within this area. You wager, given the time frame that everything has happened, this is probably a new generation of dragonflies that have come in since the freezing had occurred.
Okay.
However, as they go about, they are feeding on certain fireflies, and every so often they come across a firefly that is frozen and hovering in there, and you'll see them like go and latch onto it, and then a few moments later release it and move off to somewhere else. They can eat the unfrozen firefly, the new fireflies that are around, but the ones that were here before that were frozen, can't seem to do anything to them. But that's all sort of what you were seeing in the cloud above the water is sort of this like mass of fireflies, dragonflies, and other bugs sort of around this pond.
Okay. I look upon them fondly, remembering my time as a dragonfly.
King Arthur or something?
When I first came here to Prismere, I was in dragonfly form. I had been changed by Mr. Witch.
Yes.
Oh.
I think it was.
And then I got flicked by somebody, I think, and got turned back into
Interesting.
myself.
So investigating along the sort of the shore of the pond, it seems a little unnatural. It seems like this was formed here specifically. Make an investigation for me.
Come on, big money. That's not bad. I think it's 15 for me, dog.
15. There's definitely something about this pond. You do get a sense that there's some magical energy here as well. The water, just like everywhere else, seems to be sort of frozen. I'm trying to think. You do notice as you're sort of watching the water, because the lily pads and everything, the water's not moving. It's even got like ripples that are like frozen in place. And yet, when the fireflies go and alight upon the water, it does look as though they can take a drink and then fly off.
Ah.
So it is not as solid as one might think, but it appears solid.
Okay. Can I reach down and try to scoop some water up?
Yep. So you reach down and go to scoop the water, and it feels basically initially as you scoop it up, it's almost like a jello mold.
Oh.
And then as you remove it from a distance from the rest of the water, it turns back more liquid in your hands.
More liquid.
And seems to take on the sort of natural consistency of water as it's removed from the larger source. However, just after you touch into the pool, delicate hands made of water, black as winter's night, silently break up through the water's surface, clutching a crown made of silver needles. Below the hand, as you look under the surface, there is a school of shimmering black fish that somehow all sort of form into this vaguely humanoid form that is the arm reaching up. You can tell it's all separate fish, but they're moving around as if they are a person under the water.
Weird.
I reach for the crown.
So you reach out, take a hold of the crown. It's because of its sharp needles, it is exceptionally difficult to handle.
Yeah.
Are you wearing gauntlets? I forget.
Let me see. Officially, no.
Okay.
I am not.
So you reach out to take the crown, and you see like the crown was raised up for you, but it is actually starting to like slip away. So you go ahead and like take a hold of it, and it stabs into your hand.
Oh, ouch.
And it hurts. It doesn't do any sustained damage to you, but you realize that you're not going to be able to hold on to this much longer than a minute or so before you're going to have to let go, because of the amount of pain it's causing to hold on to it.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
while you're holding onto the crown, a gentle voice enters into your mind. Says, the beginning of whenever, the end of ever after. I'll write these down and show them on the screen here in a second.
Okay.
The start of an age, the finale of every moment, the first in history. Copy of this. You don't need to connect to the printer. Just
I think.
I don't know why. It's like, please wait while we connect to the printer. I'm like, I'm not trying to print anything.
I'll take out my bedroll, and I'll try to hold the crown there. Okay, wait, give me a second here. Okay, I got it.
Talia, this all happens as you're walking up. You are familiar a bit with this pond. There's a fey spirit that is bound to this lake. Underwater, its body has the shape of a school of fish, and it has been entrusted with this crown that is basically set to be given out, so that wrath and envy can be utilized, using the crown to open various doors within the palace.
Okay.
Because of your familiarity with Zybilna, you also know that she's fond of riddles and tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the sense that there's something about the phrasing of this.
Hi.
I figured it out, I think.
Yep.
Did you want to lick me? Here, there's my elbow.
I think I figured out the riddle, you guys.
Yeah?
And I'll say, yeah, the rest of you are all sort of rejoining at this
Okay.
point.
The needles is definitely wrath.
How so?
Beginning of whenever. W. The end of ever after. R. The start of an age. A. The finale of every moment. T. The first in history. H.
Yep. That does sound right.
As soon as you're like, I think I got it, I turned back around and then I was like, okay, I see it now.
I like riddles.
Very comforting.
I like riddles.
So
A lot.
you all sort of regrouped together here now. So you have the crown. Red, do you have gauntlets?
I do.
Okay. You would be able to hold the crown.
You want to take this thing?
You can see like drops of blood from Eric's hands
Sure.
as he's like holding this thing. And you can tell even with the gauntlets, like you have to be a little careful about because it could like slip in between some of the grooves and everything. But you do get you do know that you can hold this without causing harm to yourself. I should switch the light. Just realized.
Yeah.
Because we are not in a fight.
Yep.
So you have the crown. And you are all regrouped to discuss further everything that's happened.
Anna, Miss Tempest, it's good that I found you. Before I say what I found, Anna, I just want to apologize for my sudden outburst of rage. I think this place is starting to get to me, and it's not. And I started to take it out on you. I'm sorry.
I start to like reach into his pack for like more nuts to like.
Roll for Constitution on your part.
Yeah.
Do you eat out of fear too?
Just out of like pure interest of like what's gonna happen next.
It's funny because you can't even hear anything that's happening. You just like silently wait for
I
something.
see you guys like aim at each other, and I'm just like.
It's like, ooh, what's gonna happen?
I accept your apology. But know this. Even though my point went overboard, should you make this kind of mistake again, I will not hold back.
I wouldn't expect you to.
I'll be wise not to say anything for you that would provoke you from now on.
I appreciate it. Miss Tempest, I also would like to apologize to you for my outburst. It was a bad impression.
Do I know she can only speak telepathically?
Nope.
I kind of figured because I feel like I'd be
I don't
very
think you've spoken
confused.
to her yet.
Nope.
Right? Yeah. So you've heard all the others like speaking to her, and then she kind of like will look at them and stare, and then like, look at the other one and stare.
But
and,
like, would I notice the conversation he just had with her?
You probably would
You
have
heard-
probably would have overheard.
you've heard his side of
You
it.
heard my side of it. You didn't hear
Okay.
what she said to me.
Okay.
You did see her sort of look at him, stare for a few moments,
Okay.
and then him thank her.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
It's like Minsk talking to Boo.
Yeah. So you get a sense that like there's some
Okay.
communication going on here. You're not necessarily sure that it's
Yeah.
telepathy, but
I accept your apology. But were you just having a conversation with yourself, or
She talks telepathically to us.
that explains things?
Get
I'm
on
just
the-
gonna look at her and nothing.
there's nothing. Just stare.
Just to prove I'm like more crazy.
I'm sure you'll talk to me later at some point. Not sure when.
Before we do this, I found in the rose garden. Are you familiar with the rose
I
garden?
am.
Mm-hmm.
A strange statue of a soldier, but
There wasn't a statue though.
that's what I'm.
No, I'm saying.
But I
from her-
wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What are you talking about? A statue?
there seems to be what looks like a statue, but I believe it's actually a petrified person, and around the rose bushes are spider webs. Do you know of anything of these spiders? Do they caretake for the roses?
No, there's never been spiders in this garden. And there's never been a statue in that rose garden.
Well, I say we either stay away from that, unless Anna wants to be bold and investigate.
Well, do you think it's where the other crown is? Is the other?
Are there two crowns?
So there's one crown that transforms.
I was gonna say there's just the one
Oh,
crown.
it transforms.
Yeah.
it
So we found the
transforms.
crown.
So
I missed that bit.
when
I
you
say,
place it
those
on,
spiders.
when you place it on one of the ethereal beasts,
Mm-hmm.
if it's the correct one, it transforms into a golden crown. If it is the wrong one, they are both banished to their very plane.
I'm just a sucker for mysteries and a supposed petrified human and a bunch of spiders.
I mean, I also don't want danger in my garden, so...
It also seems as if that'd be an appropriate place to find a crown of thorns. Or roses that we were supposed to be finding for envy.
We already
Well,
have
this
the crown.
this will transform into the crown of when we place it on Wrath, like you said.
It'll turn to roses?
Yeah.
Is that accurate? I understood it differently, I guess.
So you were told. Let me see if I can get to it.
I thought it was we had to find the crown of needles, place that on Wrath, and find the crown of roses and place that on Envy, and each would turn into
Oh.
So,
solid gold.
That's what I thought.
so create your crown is a key that gets to reach the area of the palace and the others. The crown has two forms.
Yes.
Okay.
One made of silver needles, the other of golden roses.
Okay. Understood.
And then to transform it, you have to put the crown of needles onto the correct guardian.
Which is wrath that you assume from the riddle.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't know if maybe that area was just because of the roses to put us off the wrong scent and we're fine, or if we want to try and figure out why these spiders are now in this rose garden.
I mean, I don't mean to be insensitive, but you were once a statue person yourself. That wasn't pleasant, was it?
Not that I remember.
So from the perspective of both Rad and Dahlia, both have been frozen. It's basically an instantaneous thing. So that like from the moment you're frozen to the moment you're unfrozen, passes in a blip. For you.
I guess there are people all around here.
However, Red, this statue was not someone frozen by the spell that is affecting everyone else. This is someone who's you did recognize from the distance. This is petrification.
Yeah. To be clear, it's not like this statued person is not like the others. It looks like they've been petrified.
So you were saying they were frozen when this happened?
I don't know if they were frozen or not, but they appear to now be stone.
So you, Dahlia, you would discern, because there wasn't a statue in the garden before, or a petrified person in the garden before you were frozen, that happened some point after time froze for you. So at some point after, some other person came
and probably tried to investigate.
And there was something that petrified the person in that garden.
I don't like that.
I don't like it.
I don't like that.
Let me see if I can get some answers. Anna's gonna walk over to the spider garden.
Okay. Are you all heading over?
Yeah, I'll head over.
Yeah, I'll head over to
Yeah, I want to know.
Sorry, I'm getting very distracted by all
Can you show me? I wanna know where the
Strangers like
Tarzan?
Yes, you were
Uh-huh.
very
I had to show him that movie. He had never seen it before.
We need to watch
It's okay.
Tarzan. And
Yeah, it's not as great as I
Atlantis.
remember as I was a kid. Still fun though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no George of the Jungle.
Huh.
Actually, I can't argue with that.
Actually, that's right. I don't like it, but that's right.
It seems like a rude statement, but you're not wrong.
All right, so move everybody over to
I'm
the garden.
regretting getting
So-
rid of those pants now.
I love them.
The garden over here.
There's zippers on the legs. So
Oh,
I've been
He's
playing with
messing
them.
with. Here it goes.
I have pants like that where the pockets are zippers, so like when we go on Disney trips and stuff, I can make
Pack
sure
them.
my stuff doesn't roller
Oh,
coasters.
nice. Yeah.
So it's bordered by a bronze fence, but it's a very basic, very low-level bronze fence, just sort of like meant to encapsulate this area. And Dahlia, the fence is a natural occurrence of this area. Like it was designed this way. But you can basically just step over. Anna, you'd probably actually the rods of the fence are wide enough that you'd actually be able to slip through them because you're small enough.
Do I see these spiders?
Make an investigation check for me.
16.
16. You kind of do a cursory walk around, like looking in. You do not, at a glance, see any spiders within the rose garden area.
You said there were spiders.
You see a lot of webbing.
I see a lot. My apologies. I assumed because there was a lot of spider, like webbing, that there would be spiders.
Can I tell if this is like from a creature and not a spell of webbing?
So, I would say to make any more discernment on the webbing, you'd have to go in to make contact with it. You can go kind of close to the fence and try to like just barely enter enough, but you'd have to make contact with the webbing.
I'm gonna wild shape into a spider.
Okay.
I'm just writing down.
She can do that?
just, and then just.
Wait, so you turn into a spider and sort of work your way through the into the area. So are you going to the closest webbing to sort of examine? Okay, give me an investigation on that.
Do I get advantage because I'm a spider?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, first one's a 16. Natural 20.
Wow.
With a 6, so 26.
Okay, natural 20. Jeez. Let me pull this up here.
I love the music. Ding, 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 ding.
Harry,
Potter?
can we start freaking out?
Yes.
Well,
So
thank you for your time. Goodbye, friend of Hagrid's.
I would say with that high roll, these are not natural. Well, these are not common spider webs. These webs you are able to discern were made by an ettercap, which is a medium-sized sort of monstrosity. It's kind of like part spider, part human creature. They are typically evil creatures.
Are they known to petrify people?
You have never heard of one petrifying somebody.
Am I aware of, or do I have knowledge of things that would be able to petrify?
I mean, there are many creatures that can through attacks or venoms or whatnot, petrify other creatures. There's nothing about the state of this individual that would give indication to what had done it.
Great.
I have
I'll say roll perception for me as well.
Ooh, 26.
26. So as you're discerning this from the webbing and everything, you also, through the webbing, sense there's movement.
said it was created by what?
And it's getting closer.
Oh,
I'm gonna get out of the fence now.
what was the name of the creature?
They're called ettercap.
Ettercap.
Ettercap. So, as you slide out,
Making my way out. Making my escape.
as you slide out
Oh, boy.
through the fence, the rest of the group does see from out of the various webbing, everything that happens here, is a creature that was moving toward where you were. It loses track of you once you've come off the web. But it does see the rest of the group across the fence. It kind of like scuttles and sort of like looks at the rest of the group momentarily. It's kind of sizing you up, and then backs
It's
away.
part spider.
Yeah, it's like partial.
Can I speak to it in spider?
I think your telepathy is it a natural?
I'm talking about like spider talk because I am a spider.
Oh, I see. That's a good question.
I don't know if I would think so, because like every other D&D game, when someone tries to talk in druid form while they're wide shaming, there's just like meow 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 if they're a cat. I would even be okay if I talked in like 4th grader, so it's like grammatically incorrect.
Basically, yeah, you
I don't know the grammar.
yeah. You can make an attempt.
Okay. I'm gonna say, what are you in?
And it sort of like looks back, and you do hear like this clicking from it that you translate to hungry, not stupid, and it vanishes back into the.
Wait, what does it say? Hungry?
Hungry, not stupid.
You don't know yet, because
I don't care, but
So and it vanishes back into the webbing and everything that's through this area. It basically has sized up your group and decided,
nope.
this is not a meal I'm willing to fight for.
I feel like as soon as both Tepis and I have seen it, we're probably like the furthest away from like the We're like, nah.
no.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Once Anna's out of the gate, she's gonna out of wild shape.
Yeah.
The webbing doesn't come from an ordinary spider. It comes from what?
Ettercap. It's Ettercap.
It comes from an ettercap. Half human, half spider.
That.
Well,
Spider-Man?
No, I believe it's a man spider.
Oh, I see.
Where the hell did it come from?
I suggest we ask maybe...
It just said that it was hungry but not willing to fight us.
Does that mean we can go in?
Anna's gonna take... I'm assuming I have the bag of holding? Somebody has the bag of holding?
I have it.
Hand me the bird meat.
Ah.
So, Dahlia, you see him take out this handkerchief, and he like folds it out again, and it turns into this like 6 foot by 10 foot hole that is also 6 feet deep, filled with various items.
It also comes in handy if one of us dies. It's a nice makeshift grave. 650.
I didn't have it in here, but I'm guessing
I have it. I have it on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, she had sorted it, but yeah, she
Understood.
sorted it,
That's comforting.
Then I give you the bird meat.
I'm gonna hold it close to the gate and hoping to entice it.
Sprinkle some nuts.
Actually, can I?
Actually,
I was
wait
gonna
a
say,
second.
can I retcon and not get out of spider form and tell the information so I stay in
you
spider form?
still have your telepathy, so you'd be able
Yeah.
to.
I just tell him, bring out the bird meat, and then he just flop right in front of me.
So you're a spider. You're an actual like small
Yep.
spider. You're not gonna be able to move.
Do you want me to toss it in there
No.
first?
Put it next to the gate. Entice it. Maybe we can get answers from it. With food.
I walk up to the gate and I stick my hand through and I start kind of.
Oh, you're gonna wave. You're gonna hold it out and wave.
She said entice it.
Why did you leave it to him to do this?
Oh god.
Oh god, he's rolling things. He's rolling the math rocks.
He's rolling. Okay. So I'm making some decisions about what it's doing here.
Biting the hand that feeds.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Use those quick
How
ninja
am I
reflexes.
supposed
Which
to
hand are
entice
you
it?
using? Make sure you want to keep
So-
which hand that you're not using.
A few moments after reaching and sort of waving your hand like this, you hear this, and I assume a 20 hits,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your hand stops moving.
Oh, shit.
And you probably drop the meat.
Good. Good job.
Or it's
your arm and hand, everything, you are restrained and you are caught now.
Oh.
Against you've been sprayed with the webbing.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I grab him and pull him
So-
back?
Like
I'll
Yofina's
say-
like clear away, but you just hear.
I'll say, so you go to grab him and help pull. Make a strength
Save.
Yeah, strength check,
Strength check.
but with advantage because he's helping you.
Okay. Is this a saving throw then?
No, it's just a check.
Okay.
It's a strength check.
Well, damn. One is a natural 1, and the other one is a 9, but that is 14 total.
14. Okay. With 14, you do feel tearing of the webbing, and I assume. Yeah, that was 11. That definitely doesn't hit you.
No.
You feel the webbing give, and you and Za'Reddick kind of tumble backwards away, and there's a... As you look back, the meat's gone. You're not sure, had your hand still remained, if your hand would have gone with the meat.
I think I enticed it.
Oh,
I'm gonna, as a spider.
I'll say you probably saw like the brief movement, but it was like there and gone.
In spider. I will say out grammatically as childish as I know, because I speak spider like a child. There is more if you give us answers.
There's no response.
Anna, you still there?
She's gonna crawl in a little bit closer.
Closer or in?
Closer to the gate.
Okay, so still on this side. Okay. Yep.
You said you're hungry, are you not?
There's no response.
Anna's gonna use her last wild shape and turn into a giant spider now.
Okay.
So. and big spider child. Acknowledge me.
Oh my god.
And you're just sitting here like, oh shit, there's a giant spider now.
It's like, that's probably what I'll be doing.
It's okay, she's our friend.
Sure.
Sometimes she seems scary.
Sometimes?
Fair enough.
I mean, she just joined, and there's a lot of shit that's just kind of going down.
Series even like.
Seriously.
So, with that,
Oh no.
Like little spiders. Little... No thanks.
there are two additional streams of web that come from between the trees. One of them misses you, the other latches onto you, and they try to drag you toward. Make a strength check for me. As the spider, you have a +2.
What?
That is why we are over here. Like, we're like the furthest, furthest away.
Anybody have fire power? Or just...
I have a couple people that do.
10. You are pulled forward and topple over the fence into the area.
Since I'm so close, can I like try and use any kind of reaction to grab her before she topples over?
Make...
Can I use my stealth to dash over and like grab with my teeth? Just like grab back.
Initiative.
I'm gonna say, 'cause, like, stealth wouldn't give you a dash, but you being right there, Roll a dex save.
Oh god, the worst thing I have.
Because this is dexterity. It's your response to see if you can
Yeah.
beat the timing of.
All right, this is gonna be all or nothing.
Oh.
Hey, 17.
17. You do so you see this like web grapple onto her and then pull her forward and she begins to topple. You are able to reach forward and grab and you stop her from falling in, but they're still pulling. Make a strength check for it as well.
15.
15. You actually holding on to Anna, pull her back and break her free of the webbing to pull her back onto this side of things.
Maybe we should go talk to the Wrath Bull dude and see if he maybe can shed some light on what's going on in there. Maybe.
Anna wants to start a fight, but she doesn't want those fucking lion or bull getting in the way. She's just gonna yell out in Spider. You will regret this.
Just like with the man was like.
Oh god.
And then I'm back
It's just
into Anna
back.
form.
Okay. So back into form. The group, I assume, is sort of going to head over toward Wrath's tower.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Okay.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
So you head sort of all the way over. There is a set of stairs that brings you up to the front. Actually, as you pass this front door here, so there's, you can tell there's a door from one side, the other side here, and this one. You haven't really gotten a good eye's view on this one. As you pass this door, it does above it have the visage of a bull.
Okay.
And as you move over toward the tower and see this door does not seem to have any shapes or anything upon it. But coming around to the side, there is a gate into Wrath's tower here.
Can we open it?
You come up and place your hand upon the gate, and it does just press open, gives way for you.
So?
So, base of the tower is 10 feet higher than the garden floor. I think there's an image for this too. Oh, no, there is not. There is one for envy, but not one for wrath. Let me pull this up anyway. So, because both areas are very similar.
Oh.
This is what Envy's place looks like, but just presume that it's a
bull.
bull instead of
Yeah.
a lion. The middle of the tower is accessible. The bronze plaque above the door bears the word Wrath in common. The tower is filled with hawthorns, and at the heart of the thicket, bull seemingly made from iron stands atop a marble pedestal, pawing the ground angrily. Strewn around the pedestal are dozens of empty baskets.
Interesting.
So you have returned. We are Wrath. What would you have of us?
Is it a consensus between us all to put the crown on the bull?
Yes, crown the bull was Wrath.
Brought you a gift.
See, you have found the crown. And it steps sort of forward toward you and lowers its head. Boop. As you place the crown upon the bull's head, there's a shimmering of both the crown and the bull. And the crown then changes to a golden form. Roses pattern strewn throughout.
Yay!
Way to go, Eric.
Thanks.
He used his single brain cell to do that.
Where the crown belongs, and it moves back and sits back upon its pedestal with the crown still on its head.
There's a spider in the garden.
Spider-Man.
He seems to be enacting violence.
Is it enacting violence upon people outside of the rose garden?
Yes.
Well, he's definitely killed someone that we've known. There's petrified bodies in it.
And he
Oh,
tried to
the
get my
petrified
hand.
body. That wasn't any spiders. That was me.
Oh. Did he provoke you?
Yes. He was causing issues among the garden, so we petrified him.
You might want to petrify the fiend in that garden. It did attack me outside of it.
We will take a look. Thank you for returning the crown to us.
Is it still a bowl?
Yeah.
We will investigate to see what we can find about Zybilna, but we will need your assistance to enter some of the chambers.
If you wish the crown returned, I will need something then.
Great.
He said, oh, great.
I would like you to create a lei for me of flowers from around the garden. If the lei pleases me, I will return the crown to you.
Are there things that are not to your liking?
Flowers that I displease?
Yes.
Surprise me.
Can I take a look around this area and see if there's anything of note that's sort of a repetitive floral thing?
Or like any of the baskets maybe have some kind of something in them that maybe we can discern.
Yeah.
Can we all split up and just start looking around?
I'm just... So just
Yeah, make an investigation.
Oh!
18.
I rolled a 12.
Oh, I need to roll one.
I mean, you
18.
can if
Which
you...
one?
The
Both got
D20, yeah.
18?
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay.
This one?
Yeah. And then you roll the investigation, so you have a 19, and then you get +4 on your investigation. So she rolled a 23.
Nice.
20. Jeez.
Anna's apparently just still having an ego beating with that half spider monstrosity. Thinking of the way she'll fucking skewer it later.
So you look around, there are many baskets strewn about. Dahlia, you're a little familiar with these creatures. Being from the astral plane, colors are not things that are common to them. The astral plane is very much a black and white, very sort of like almost cloud-esque sense of everything. So, a lei for Wrath would likely be desired to be very colorful, something that he's not used to in his usual plane. From the baskets and everything, anything that would have remained here has long since wilted and died. The hawthorns are just sort of the thickets within the area that he sits. But
So it's almost 10. Do we want to call it there?
yeah, so we'll say, presuming if you're all going to step back outside to start
Start
searching for flowers.
looking for flowers.
So we'll do the rolls for flower hunting and lay
I
creation.
should
at the
have
beginning of
brought
the
you
next session.
flowers. Hold your hand.
We'll call it there.
Yay!
I can buy myself flowers.
Write my name in the sand.
Fuck you, Bruno Mars.